I think they're testing now. What I mean by testing is, so let me just show you something here. We know how powerful Rowan Key influence was after we saw, he came back, did his first live stream after like 3-4 years, and then whenever he talks, at the time there was not really much movement, but whenever he talks, there was like halt. It's like literally like there was like halt like every like 1 minute or something, and I was like, what the hell? That's crazy. Like the stock was just kind of moving up and down like 1%, and then it halt. Okay, that's something. Something is weird. So I feel like RK, like whether he's gonna tweet or not, I think they might be testing, in my opinion. The reason I say is that so after they create this in May, right? So let's keep it simple. So in order to create this whole rally, this whole algorithm was simply mimicking same cycle from 2021. So this whole thing, until the squeeze, this whole thing is mimicking exactly same as 2021. I mean, I don't have to go back there, right? So it's the same algo, right? So they create a small, triangle shape, bull flag, and they start ripping. But when you remember, when you bring the RK, when the RK tweet, he tweet here, right, on Sunday, and Monday gap up, right? So that's create a rally. I mean, it has to. It's the phase where like it has to, getting into the entering into the final squeeze area, right? Because this algo is exactly same as 2021, right? So when you go back and look at what happened in 2021, the algo setup, like the way GameStop moves, is exactly same as May run. So when you take a look at this May run, and then when you compare this to January Jan 21, it's the same algo setup. It's just that maybe this one blew up even higher than this one, right? I mean, we in the May was pretty crazy too, but it's the same algo, right? Same algo. When you draw this one, it's the same algo, right? Ups and down, create a small triangle shape, create a bull flag, and then squeeze. So there's a 1, 2, 3. There's a 3 different phases. And then when RK tweet, he didn't tweet here. He tweet at the end of the final squeeze phase, right? When you just look at this 3 phases. So I think the way he tweet is extremely strategic, based on the patterns and the algo that I see. And then now, as we know, we are entering same phase, same triangle shape, right? Same triangle shape. We were going through the same triangle shape, right? But it's taking a little longer, right? Because I think maybe it's less liquidity or something, So it's going through the same phase, right? It's just that it's taking a little bit longer. But the way I think that he's gonna test this one, because let me just bring this one here. Oops. Oh shit. Okay, there you go. So the reason I think he's testing this one, I might be wrong. I'm just speculating, because he RK tweet right at this C phase, which is I call it as a squeeze phase, after going through this cycle, after going through this whole thing. So since this is getting delayed, in my opinion, it's possible that he can tweet here, maybe somewhere here, or I mean, or it could be just GameStop, earning or something. But I think the way he's set up, I think it's very interesting. It's been dragging a little bit, so I'm gonna show you the close up too. I think it's it's just dragging a little bit, but the way I think is, if he tweets next Monday or Tuesday, let's say Sunday, like I think he's kind of testing this one. So the reason I say that is because, let's go back to May. So on the right side is the May, and this is the phase where like it's a squeeze phase, right? As I told you, this is a C, right? The squeeze phase. So if we are tracking C now, right? We just entered this level, but as you can see, there's a huge volatility created here. Like there's a huge candle here, which is coming, and there's one more that is final squeeze, right? So there's a two opportunity that RK might test, in my opinion, not financial advice. In my opinion, he can test this thing, because the reason I say that is because in May, this one, was it this May? Okay, so this is May. So when you look at this algo here, so let's go back. Okay, I don't know if I explain it, clearly, but I hope you guys understand. I mean, if you guys don't understand, just drop the comment below if you don't get it. So this is A, right? Okay, let's have a look at this one again. Let's go step by step, and then I'll just show you my why I think this way, right? So let's have a look at A first. On the right side is May, right? Let's not to forget. Maybe I don't want to confuse too many people, so I'll just bring this one on the left so that you guys know this is May on the right side. So let's say this is May, and this is on the left is now. Like October. So how much this one push up to? It went up 18%, right, in May. How much this push up to? About 14%. Okay, I mean it's a little than like 4% low, but it's kind of similar. So this A phase, I would say it's kind of similar, right? Now let's move on to B phase, which is this one, right? Just 1 second. So now we are moving to B phase, which is creating a bull flag, right? So let's see how much it went up. Okay, so the B phase, the A phase was kind of, it's almost similar. But B phase, it went up 50%, right? From the bottom here, from the A phase to the top, right? The from this phase to the B phase, this run right now, it went up only 24%, right? 23% or something like that, like, right? So which means we are half of this B in this phase right now. Like this is 50%. This is now going up to almost 24, 23%, which is like half of it, right? So which means that, are we making smaller run? Are we running a smaller run? I don't know. I thought so, but the way, so, and after that, in May, Roaring Kitty tweet this. He create this. I mean, whole thing happened, right? Right. So because this A phase was almost the same, but the B phase was small, like it's less than May run. Does that mean we're gonna run small this time? Right? I asked myself that one. Right? Are we gonna run small one? Maybe or maybe not. I don't know. Right? But what if? Right? RK hasn't tweeted yet, right? Or RC, I mean, there's nothing much going on right now. So, but we are tracking the same May run. What if there will be a two opportunity now that we can have a big upside, which is coming up here. What I made a post in the morning that we are going through this run. We are going through this cycle here. We're just kind of, I mean, at the time it was really fast, but the algo was really running fast. But we were just going through this level, right? Just a little bit of pullback, which what happened here yesterday after this big jump. And then we're now pulling back, and then we're just going a bit of a like a sideway a little bit, but just slowly climbing, right? So I think we're just kind of going through this area, which is here, this area. right? So if we're tracking this area, just dragging, a little bit, right? Just shake people off who play options. Then we after this Argo pass, then we should actually see this one, like big jump, right? So we have now Thursday's a holiday, so there's no stock market. Friday is half day. I think it finished around 1 p.m. or something. So 3 hours less. So now, when you think about that, when are we gonna see this big candle, right? If you ask question that way, and I ask myself today in the morning, if we're tracking this one, and we have a Thursday off, right, holiday, and Friday half day, when are we gonna see this one? And then just to go back, what I mentioned about there's a two opportunity that RK Roaring Kitty could tweet and create a big squeeze is maybe here, or maybe here. I think there's a two opportunity. I'm not saying Roaring Kitty should do that. I'm just saying that there could be a two potential opportunity that he know. Like I'm pretty sure he tracked this one way more than I do. So he knows when is the right timing, right? So maybe as our RC also tweet last year, Teddy makes things great again, right? Maybe Sunday we could see a tweet, maybe, right? So because now we are entering this big run up, right? I mean, whether or not he tweeted, right, or not, I do think that it's possible that we could see this type of big jump, right? So in my opinion, it's possible that they could drag this one until Friday and then gap up and run. I think it's possible, right? Like when you think about it, like logically, right? Like they're not gonna run this thing on Friday, right? Because they have the market makers and the short hedges. They need this price to be, I mean, it should be. I think it's still above max pain. How much is the max pain this week? So it's a $27, right? How much are we now? We are $30, so it's $3 more, right? So when you look at the chart exchange, the GameStop max pain for this Friday is $27. So we are already above $27, heading into $30. We are in 30. So I personally don't think that they're gonna bring this up this much, up to this level, by Friday, right? Because all this option chain will be in the money, and they'll get fucked, right? So when you think about this one, when they're gonna run this candle is, I think, Monday next week, right? Because they're dragging this thing, right? They're dragging this thing. I don't know. It's either market maker or RC team, arcade team, whoever controlling these long forces, whoever controlling this algo. They wanted this to be right before the earning. I think it's very strategic. I think there's genius. I mean, it's so strategic, so well organized. Like it's like extremely organized, in my opinion. Like I don't know how to say. You guys know what I mean, but it's so well planned out that each day they plan this thing out. Okay, we're gonna run here. We're gonna run here. Run this much. Gap up. Some catalyst maybe comes in. We know that we know we're gonna create this algo. We're gonna create this, and then we're gonna create this. So that's just my opinion, is that of course nothing could happen, but we're gonna see this anyway because we're tracking exactly the same algo here. So we're gonna see this this week, or are we gonna see this on Monday? And I feel like okay, because it's a short day on Friday, and also off day on Thursday because of the Thanksgiving. I think we could potentially see this candle, big PP candle here on Monday. and they're gonna create a gap up here. I think what Arcade did before. There was a gap up. I think he could gap up this one, and then this can hit like right now, maybe without his algo, but based on the May run, it says it could hit $38, right? 38.50 cents. But maybe if he tweets or some catalyst happen next Monday or Sunday, this can push up to like 40 level or something. Like maybe like go crazy or something, you know? And then create this whole this whole cycle here, just right this this area of the squeeze phase. He could make this one even larger, you know. So that's just my speculation that I'm just saying there's a two opportunity that he could tweet. I'm not saying I'm not trying to say like I'm force him to say this one. I'm pretty sure he doesn't care, but I'm just speculating. This is all speculation, no financial advice. So I think and if that happened, I'm gonna show you AMC in a bit. So where is it? Sorry about that. I just accidentally hit the space bar. It just kind of messed up whole chart. So if that happened, like we saw on May 13, we could see up here. And why is that possible is that based on the May run, there's a dilution, as you guys know, and I know you guys are afraid of this one too. I'm I gotta be careful with this kind of stuff too. So either there will be I think dilution, and I think there will be maybe acquisition, right? Bed Bath Beyond acquisition, or Bye Bye Baby acquisition, or some sort of acquisition could occur or could announce here that could drop like 40% or 50%, something like that. Because as you guys know, if acquire like the last time it was 70%. So if the acquiring company announce the acquisitions, they usually drop, right? They drop hard, right? Like just a short period of time. So I think that could be a possibility, as we are kind of going through this. Like the funny thing is they're rallying this thing. They're creating a cycle and they're taking a time more than May. They're delaying it. I don't know if it's market maker, but I think it might be the long forces that they want to drag this thing right before the earning. And once it's picked, then they're gonna drop some announcement. It could be either a share offering, it could be like acquisition, and I think it could be acquisition this time, and just drop hard. That's just and the reason I also think that gap up could happen here, right? So where are we? We are here, right? So if we see a gap up, or we could see a gap up here. I mentioned that there are two opportunities that RK can tweet. So if he can bring this up here or gap up here, let's say if he gap up on Monday, that also touches this level, $32. So I think by Friday we could maybe come right before $32, right? And Sunday he tweet, Monday open, gap up, right? And they're gonna leave a gap here and push this price like higher and pull back, and then run back up as a heading for last final squeeze, right? And maybe there may be another gap here. So there's a two opportunity I think he could tweet. I'm not saying that he should tweet, but I'm saying that I might speculate that he might maybe able to do that, or some catalyst could happen, or without it will go up anyway. But that's just what I see, right? So there's a two opportunity that we could see from RK. I don't know. So if that happened, this thing, GameStop announce acquisitions, drop, fill this gap, right? Touch all this thing, right? Maybe hit the bottom at 32 or something like that. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I think it's very strategic. Like that. So the reason he didn't tweet on like the same algo when where was this gap here, which was this level, which what we saw on Tuesday here. Oh, sorry, on Monday here. He didn't tweet here because he didn't want to leave a gap here. We don't need that gap. We now I'm seeing the gap here at $30. I don't know if this will push down to 30 though. But yeah, that's how I see it, right? I don't think we're gonna see a bottom up here. I don't think we're gonna fill this gap. I mean, like there was a where was a gap here? There's a gap that they didn't fill here, which is $17, I think. Yeah, $17. They didn't fill the gap. Let me just double check. Okay, there you go. I mean, they did partially, but they didn't do like all like yeah, they didn't fill like completely, right? I mean, there was an event where like there's a Japanese what was the event here happened here, the Japanese carry trade, right? So you know, from that event, they try to fill this gap, but they didn't fill the gap completely. But after that, they just run. So, so I personally don't think that we're gonna fill this gap at $30. I don't know, but I'm just saying. But if they create the second gap, which could happen on next Monday, around $32, I think this might be the potential final dip. I'm just saying that. So anyway, so I don't know, I'm mumbling here, so let's move on. What's going on right now? Okay, so yeah, they're just kind of, you know, just goes ups and down. So the reason I say that the Monday we could see a gap up is let me just bring this one up here. So I'll just I'll just work on this one now. So now we're going through this phase. So because of the short day, because of the holiday, no stock market open tomorrow. The Friday, short Friday, half day. So I don't know. I think they're just dragging this one maybe, you know. And then Friday maybe try to push up a little bit. But I think this I don't know if you guys can see this one. Maybe it's the same color, so okay, maybe it's hard to see. Maybe I'll change this one. I'll just bring this one down. So maybe we could see this run on Monday or Tuesday or something like that. I think Monday, and then pull back, right? They're gonna like try to gap this up, pull back. Maybe if they gap up here, they're gonna leave this gap. They're not gonna fill this gap until after it crash, right? So either they're gonna do dilute more, maybe share offering or some sort of acquisition announcement, because Bed Bath Beyond shareholders are all waiting now. They've been waiting for almost nearly 2 years, same as me. So when you track Bed Bath Beyond, the dockets and stuff, there's nothing really left. We're just about to find out, I think, in my opinion. So we're just kind of waiting for the what do you call that? I post this one how I feel about Bed Bath Beyond right now. You know, like I mean, like a year ago, when Bed Bath Beyond like going into Chapter 11, I mean, and when enter into OTC market and stuff, people were like freaked out and stuff, right? I never play OTC too, so I was new. So I'm like, oh, what's going on? But this is how I feel about what's going on right now. So I think it's also it's a very completely different play than GameStop. Like I know there are people who only play GameStop. They don't like me saying about Bed Bath Beyond. But I believe that Bed Bath Beyond will re-emerge, and then come out from Chapter 11. And then the reason I feel this way is that basically it's a plane. Like we're on the plane, people can people can leave if they want. Got into OTC market, and then and then people they're not comfortable. Getting into OTC markets. Stock price continue to getting hammered. um and some people are like there are really people there are people who are really talented, like there are people who are really intelligent. I've seen people doing DDs, and they're really intelligent and stuff, but I don't think it's about intelligence, um about to believe and to have a faith in Bad Bath Beyond, because it's more for me that the brain side is brain side, right? Like you guys know there's a left brain, right brain, all that stuff, but there are people who are very intelligent about their DD, but their faith is start to kind of disappear because they don't believe this will re-emerge from chapter 11, because it's risky too, and there's a high risk involved, but at the same time, um, yeah, maybe they just feel that way. So for me, uh, I'm more like a right brain side. I'm more like a creative guy. So I try to look at the vision of his Ryan Quinn's picture. What his real plan is, right? And I feel like all the we got into OTC market and all that stuff, and people start to leave. And this airplane, they only take people who have a faith into Bed Bath and Beyond. And then everyone left. As people left, there are people who left as the play, and then some people they sold. Some people they sold a little bit because they need to maybe make a living, or they need some they need to cash out. There's a bunch of other people, or some people they double down, right? They put more money into it, things like that. So now the shares are canceled, right? Shares are canceled. They are now coming on this runway where now they're just waiting for the signal, right? That's how I feel. I don't know how you guys feel, but that's how I feel. So yeah, it's I'm really curious about what will be announced from BBBY, but oops, 1 second. Sorry about that. Sorry about that, my dog. So yeah, I think now we're just kind of waiting for the takeoff. Just waiting for the green light. And I think it could be in December. Maybe. So we'll see. I'm gonna show you the AMC 1 second. So now you saw GameStop. So AMC is also kind of tracking. It's very interesting because I was kind of both tracking. I was both tracking the kind of 2024 May, last May run, and also I was tracking costs. I didn't really think that it will track 2021, because maybe we were just kind of going through a news cycle, right? But then I realized that AMC doesn't track May run anymore, and I was like, why? Because when you look at the May run, it should actually gone a little further, but it didn't, right? So what makes AMC doesn't bring the price that what happened in May? Because GameStop is tracking May exactly, right? And I try to bring other chart, and this is May run, so it went on straight up, right? Just RK tweet and just went straight up, but it doesn't really seem to mimicking the algo, right? And I was like, why, right? Why it doesn't happen the way it happened in May, right? So I went back and checked calls again, and the calls, when you look at it, it has a similar algo in July, where they climb up a little bit, but while it climbed up, there was a pullback, climbed up, pullback. They make this type of setup, and they jump up, pull back, create a bull flag, and then squeeze. So there's a two phases here. So maybe I'll just draw a little bigger picture. So let's say this is A, and let's say this is B, right? And this is C. So C is the final squeeze phase. Right? So when I look at that, I was like, yeah, it's possible. I mean, it seems like AMC is kind of mimicking that similar path where in A, they do this kind of stuff, goes ups and down and push up, which kind of we are now going through this B phase, right? Yeah, let me just bring this one up here. So yeah, let's just look at this as a bigger picture now. So A as an accumulation phase, B as a here, now creating a little bit of bull flag area. And I asked myself again, are we going to, if we track this July run, we should see a pop, but I didn't see pop yet. And then that pop was very explosive, like what we could see here. Maybe it's not that explosive now, but the way tracking seems a little bit different than I thought. And there's a bit of a delay here. I mean, not delay, but there's a, I mean, calls at the time the algo moved fast, but if you bring this algo to that where is AMC now, since it's very slow, it doesn't make sense to drag this much. I don't know. So I was kind of comparing between this and that, and now I was like, I want to see what happened in AMC in January, right? Because it seems like, because I remember what I remember was in AMC in January, I remember exactly when I got out, right? Because that was my first time playing meme stock, right? And I remember exactly when I got out, because I got out right before squeeze. So I know exactly how the January run algo looks like, right? So I went back to check AMC January again, and what I found was very intriguing. So I'll show you up here. So this is Jan's algo here. Oh, you want to come? All right, come here. Say hi. You want to say hi? Coco, you want to say hi? Want to say hi? All right. So I decided to bring this one because I thought it looked similar. So I remember exactly when I got out. I got out here, and then this thing happened. I was like, "What the fuck is this?" Right? That's when I decided to study about this whole meme stock, right? Since 2021. So when you look at this one, let's look at just this area, right? Which is this B phase. Let's say this is B phase, and let's call this as a C phase. Oops. So when you look at this one, it goes like it just moves on the like a sideway, and a little bit of pullback, and then push, right? But it's just kind of going higher and low, higher, low, higher, low, and push, right? I think it seems making similar thing, right? Higher low, push, right? And I went back and checked what happened to this before. What kind of algo it created before this? Before creating this, it was this one. And let's have a look at this. The algo they created here, right before it created this, is exactly the same. And I'm like, oh, there you go. It's kind of creating this, right? It create that. So I'm like, okay. So it seems like they're mimicking Jan 2021 now, right? This is A, let's say, right? This was, ups and down, right? Right? So it seems like they're creating this here, right? And if this is correct, then we're going through this phase, right? So now when you go back, because you gotta check both GameStop and AMC at the same time, when you go back and have a look at this one again, we're now going through that May cycle right after arcade tweet happened, right? There was a one push, pullback, one more push. Now we're just kind of going through. We're just waiting to see this, big push up here. If GameStop happen next Monday, right? AMC will do the same thing, right? There's a gap here. So let's say if AMC will push this thing up to $5 or a little bit higher than $5, let's say 5.1 or 2, and Monday gap up, it's tracking exactly the same thing. And then there will be, of course, pullback, ups and down, and maybe this area will drag out maybe for a week or so, or a few days, I don't know, maybe until a week after, right? So it's mimicking similar cycle here, right? So I call this C level. This level. And what happened after that, right? This is when I sold. If I remember, I was so dumb that I didn't know. I wasn't dumb, but I wasn't aware of this whole squeeze phase. I thought I bought in because I thought it was cheap, but I didn't know there was gonna be a AMC's connect to GameStop at this whole meme basket where like everything it blow up together. I didn't know that, but I learned that. I learned from that hard lesson. I was like, what the hell is this? And I was like, okay, you know what? I gotta learn about this stock. So that's where I'm now here after 3 years passed by. So now we're kind of going through this. Well, sorry, not now. I mean, we gotta see this, which I'm expecting to see a gap up on Monday, and go for another sideway or creating this bull flag, and final push to the upside. And then if I right now the algo here is smaller than January right now. When January went up from this bottom to up around here, it went up almost 50%. From here the bottom to the here, it's only went up 13%. So it's really, really small, right? But imagine if this has some sort of like a catalyst or some event, like such as arcade tweet again. I think this will blow up. So I think that's why I'm saying that it's mimicking same algo without his tweet, right? Without his or RC's whatever move that is. It's moving. The algo is doing its algo thing, but it's just that when the time comes, I think that's when the things start to blow up, and that's why I call this either next Sunday or Monday. We could see this arcade tweet or a gap up area, and there's one last opportunity that we could see is up here, which is I call this D phase. Sorry, my nose is getting like blocked. So now we see either this one and this one. We have now two more setup here. So we just went through this one now. We're just waiting to see this one and this one. And then I know there are people who play a lot of option play, and they'll be like, yeah, when this thing's gonna blow up. And yeah, based on what I'm tracking, it seems that it could track. Yeah, I think it would. I think Monday gap up, something happened. Without something happen, I think, yeah, this will trigger. I feel like arcade tweak could happen. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. But I accidentally put this one as a subscribe only, so nobody's doing chatting right now. Sorry about that. I'll try to fix it, but I don't know if I can edit this one. Since this is already live, so I don't know if I'll be able to change any of this thing here. So it doesn't let me. It's grayed out. So yeah, but I'll yeah, next time I'll just change back. But yeah, that's AMC. So GameStop pop, AMC pop together, and then after that going for another bit of a sideway. So let's say if GameStop, this thing pop happen next Monday, there will be a pullback. Same thing as AMC. If this pops, I think there will be a pullback. And then this will go sideways like that. But I mean, this will this will make a cup and handle. It will it will roll back here, and then going for the final run. So I think this is a Monday. Yeah, maybe I mean, in my opinion, I think this will hit on Monday, which is December 2nd. So December 2nd, Monday, pull back, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Monday, and Tuesday. So that's why GameStop earning is Tuesday. I don't know. That's my opinion. So I don't know. Just algo is just perfectly set it up here. It just perfectly set it up just to yeah. I mean, it's an art. It's art of chart. It's just amazing how they create this kind of algo right before the earning. Yeah, it's very well organized here. So I think this whole boring stuff will happen next week after Monday. So I know there's people play co-op. So I mean, I'm not giving anybody financial advice, but yeah, do what you gotta do. So this is Tuesday. So Monday, this bar is too large, but yeah, maybe here. Maybe this is today, Thursday off, and Friday, so it's all together. So Monday, pull back, Tuesday. Hold on, let me just set up it should be this size. So this is Tuesday, and then Wednesday. This is Wednesday. This is Thursday, Friday, and gap up Monday and Tuesday into the earning. Yeah, and then drop. So it's just perfectly set it up there right before earning. I might be wrong, but it seems that just the way it's kind of dragging out. I was expecting this run this week, but of course, I mean, I thought it's gonna, algo will make things faster, but yeah, I was wrong, and but the May run algo is exactly used here. So yeah, we just have to see when this thing will hit. But it seems like it's dragging for a reason. It's dragging out for a reason. It's dragging out for some sort of on purpose just before the earnings. So yeah, so that's GameStop and that's AMC. If some of you just joined, you can rewatch this one later. I post this one on the on my Twitter X page. I'll be posting this on YouTube channel, so you can check this on out on YouTube channel if you guys want. Let's look at DJT. I know some guys has some option. Looks like, yeah, it's moving up now. But that it's the same thing. They're just kind of dragging this one out. I was looking at the RSI and MACD here. But when you look at RSI, let's it's too confusing. So let's look at only RSI at this time. So right before this, it's the same setup here, right? There was a push, there was a big push. Not big push, but there's a pop, sharp pullback, pop, sharp pullback, right? And then another pop, go ups and down, and then this RSI pullback here again here, right? Which what happened here yesterday. Oh, sorry, today, 10:30, and then I think that's what we saw here. So it seems like even DJT is kind of dragged out a little bit for same purpose of maybe they want to gap it up all together with the GameStop AMC. Now it's moving, but there might be a pullback. What time is it? It's already 2:30 almost. So tomorrow is off day, so this will be Friday in my opinion, short day, and then maybe set it up for gap up, and I think they will gap it up on Monday or Tuesday. So it's the thing is, it's the end of it. It's just almost the end right before the gap up phase now. But yeah, DJT seems like they're just dragging out like AMC, GameStop. I think they want to run this thing on at the same time. So I have no idea why, but I thought maybe DJT run later after GameStop AMC, or maybe earlier, just different timing. But it seems like they're just setting it up to make the run at the same time. So very interesting. I know there are people who are interested in knowing about the IEP. So I'll just kind of walk you guys through IEP for now. I mentioned this before on PP show. I think some people appreciate it, or some people don't. I don't know, but let's have a look at it. So IEP has a gap here at $10.83. I'm not sure if this will be filled, but maybe it will be filled. Maybe, yeah, but not now, but later. So based on this one, this is from 2098, where this where is this? Sorry, I'm just gonna bring the. Yeah, so I as I study as I study Ryan Quinn, and I start to studying about active investors, and Carl Icahn was the one of the very well-known active investor in the Wall Street, and then and I saw his chart, and then I thought something very interesting, which was there's always sharp pullback, and then big rally up here, right? Sharp pullback, rally, sharp pullback, rally. So this whole thing, it seems like the algo, I don't know if that's the purpose of their making, but I took a look at up here because there was a very sharp pullback, and I was like, what the hell? Like, how much this thing push up to, like, almost like it was $50 and now it's like $10. Like, and there should be an algo where he hides, and then I was like, is it here because there's a sharp pullback, or is it here or here? I took a look at all the area where it tanked, and it seems like it's mimicking maybe this one, or even this one is also very similar. So I think there's an algo that they have, right? You see that? You just this one just run faster this time, like that. You see that? When you apply this one up here, maybe it's just similar, So they have a algo where they have set it up to run this thing. Even this one might be similar too. Who knows? So I might be wrong. Maybe this might be maybe this one, right? So whatever which one they use is it's kind of doing similar thing. So what this phase is, I think it's the accumulation phase where they use their stock to basically Car Icon, they use their IP unit stocks as collateral, right? So they borrow money from bank or something, right? And they borrow a lot of money, like I think this Car Icon IP stock is like worth like billion or something, right? More than billion. So maybe he could borrow a lot of money, and then while he's doing that to acquire other companies to make his size even bigger, the stock tank, right? And there's maybe short sellers kind of piled in here, and then like he knows the algo, I think, so he know how to in a short term maybe it's the down like crazy, like what happened here or here, but in the long term I think he know how to play with the shorts, um, I think so. That's why what's happening here, in my opinion. So we could see if we be making this track, if we be making this algo here, this one pop up here right away, which will happen up here too. Sharp pullback, also happened here too. So it seems like it's mimicking this algo exactly here until now. And as I mentioned, there's a gap here, right? There's a gap here at $10.77. I do think that this gap will be filled by early next year, or even this this December. So once this gap filled, just shot up here, up to $15 gap up here, get filled, and maybe push down again. Maybe when this shot up, maybe they're gonna leave a gap, and then they're gonna come down to fill those gap. So I think they're gonna do something like that. And I think this whole phase is accumulation phase. So yeah, it's just doing that. And when you put a line up here, so you put a line here, line here, line here, put a line here, just all the way down. It seems creating another triangle formation here, right? So when you line up here, yeah, if it hits here, maybe hits here, it shoot up and then make another big one, and after they go through this whole accumulation and they start to moving up. So yeah, I think I'm jealous of you guys who could buy IP. I can't. I don't live in States. I live in Canada, so Canada doesn't allow buying IP stock for some reason. I don't know why. It's kind of retarded, but so yeah, that's IP. So IPs will drop a little bit more by the end of this year to fill those $10 78 cents gap, in my opinion. Let's have a look at Siri. So Siri is tracking, I think. Okay, let's have a see. Okay, so it try to push up again, fill that gap up here. I don't know if they're gonna fill this one, but I'm still watching this thing to push down lower. We'll see. I think they're just kind of retesting or fill this gap now. Yeah, let's see if GameStop AMC start to blow up next week and week after. Let's see if the market kind of tanks. And I know Michael is tracking the VIX, right? The VIX chart. So he thinks that VIX will spike soon. So if something happen within 2 weeks, maybe market tanks, and then the VIX spike up. Now Nvidia is start to tanking, which is a good sign. I mean, like, it's just good. It's tracking nicely. 2020. Sorry, this is 2007 October. Fractal here. I think I showed you guys before that. Nvidia. I know, like, there are people who are already into this stuff. They already study a lot, so they know that AI stock has been pumped so much. How come PLTR is missing? Huh? What happened to PRTR? Oh, that's weird. Where's Nvidia? So yeah, so when you move when I show you the, let's go back to 2007 and see, just to show the comparison up here with the MACD. Come on here. Okay, there you go. Come on up. All right, there you go. So yeah, Nvidia seems like it's entering the bear cycle. Let me just turn this one down. It's hard to see, right? So okay, so Nvidia is now going into a bear cycle. When you look at 2007 on October, the MACD was the high. It picked the, all the way up here, but the stock price was up here. However, the MACD was slowly coming down. In terms, when you look at the top, the stock price started moving up. Very interesting, right? Same setup as here. MACD level was pretty high up here. Stock, tank, push back up. But when you look at the MACD overall picture, maybe 12 hour, maybe 8 hour, this MACD line is decreasing when you look at the top, right? Which means it's tracking 207. 207 October range or November. So I think we might be tracking this November. 207 November now. Yeah. And if this is correct, maybe we could see a pop up here one more time and then pull back. And this thing, yeah, I'm expecting. I don't know how speed of the algo is gonna be, but yeah, maybe there will be a one more push pop, pull back, push up again, and pull back. Yeah. So yeah, I think there's gonna be a bit of a volatility until it pushed down from end of March or April to August. So I'm thinking about, I don't know, I'm still watching this one until it give me confirmation of all this, because if I buy put now, I mean there'll be volatility move. So I think it's better to buy puts when things are dropping hard. So I'm watching April 3rd, maybe it could run faster, who knows. But yeah, but I like to see this 1, 2, 3 confirmation and 4 before I maybe buy put option. But yeah, I think this phase is it makes sense because as I track GameStop, the final short squeeze, like what happened to 2021, could happen July. So and AMC same thing too, right? If GameStop happen, the final squeeze happen, this will happen in July. So now we know that this thing will hit in December. So when you at this date range up here from last May run, when it picked May 13 or 14, and up to December, let's say December 5th. No, sorry, December 10. December 10. That's 210 days. If you add 210 days from that December 10, that will give you July 10. And then that's perfectly lined up in this big triangle formation, which is happening here. So we have a OPEX date that is when you look at OPEX 2025 calendar. Let's just have a look. So this is 2025. Is there another one? Okay, I'll just have a look at this one. Let's look at the July. So July OPEX 2025 will be July 18, right? So it's possible GameStop final short squeeze could happen maybe before OPEX or maybe after OPEX. right? So that's something that we should consider. I mean, some people think that I know there are posts, a lot of hypes in. There's a recall of, you know, like 2021 January. Like some people expect that that could happen in next year January, but I don't think so. I mean, that's just my opinion. So I might be wrong. I was wrong many times. So maybe who knows? Maybe I might be wrong, but um, I think it's gonna happen next year. Next year July, 741. 714. Maybe. It seems like it's just setting up that way. It's not only just GameStop, it's also AMC, right? You have to look at bigger picture, in my opinion, because I know there are people who are just kind of into GameStop only, and I think it's not it's not a better idea if you also look at other tickers, like if like such as AMC. I know there's a lot of people hate on AMC. I don't know why, but it's the same basket stock. I mean, people just have a different perspective, and I think that's okay. But my perspective is more like I mean, it's a different company. I mean, I don't support like CEO and all that stuff, but it's the same company where it's heavily shorted, and then it's the same basket stock. So if AMC GameStop blow up, AMC will blow up. It will have a same kind of event happening, right? So and when you look at also Siri, it's very interesting too. Siri, it's going through a similar cycle, like I said. So if they go through this whole accumulation, this whole thing could happen like end of June or something, or July. So why they're making a bigger run for Siri? There's a lot of FTDs. I don't know those FTDs has been covered yet. But why they're making everything all together, by July, or April. I mean, it could happen before too, but I think this one is dragged out. So I think I have to look at this way. Yeah, this one. Yeah, July. Why it's happening all July? Why? Is series gonna be a Teddy play too? Right? So why? So I personally think that it's not gonna have. We're not gonna see a January type of a squeeze, 201 January type of squeeze, 2021 January type of squeeze in a January next year. I think it's hype, and then we gotta be really careful with that. I know people buy like maybe shit tons of option, expecting that we're gonna see a Gen run, and what if it doesn't? All their call will be disappear. So just watch out for that. I mean, I think we are just kind of going through 2020 September, when the RC first announced his stake, and there was a upside right after this whole March earning drop. Same thing, right? I mentioned this before, but I think some people don't like to believe that, right? Or they don't want to. I don't know. Like, if you play options, like the time is so important. So I think you have to be really careful with the time. And then when you look up here, I'm gonna maybe push this one. Yeah, okay. So when you look up here, this is March earning, right? And then there was a pullback up here, right? Same thing happening here in 2020. So this is 2020 on the right side. I'm just gonna close the MACD, just keep it simple. Push upside, big push upside after RK kind of got in here, pullback, ups and down, go through this whole sideways cycle. I think that's what we went through, So we just have to be careful of what people say about the January, because I mean, I place my bet. I place my bet on this kind of stuff. So if I put a lot of money in January and hoping that this will squeeze like 2021, and let's say if I don't sell, right? Let's say if I don't sell when this hit like next couple weeks, then your call will be destroyed, right? And then you're hoping that this will pop up to a way more, higher. But let's say it doesn't. I mean, it will continue to move up after this, But we just have to be careful about a post, like, I mean, hype posts or things like that. It can hype you up and feel good about it, and you could think that you could be like a multimillionaire, things like that. But what if it doesn't? We have to think about that. So I'm not saying, of course, I'm not financial advice, so I cannot say this kind of stuff. But all I'm saying is we just gotta be careful of a hype post, and then let's be a little bit more realistic, right? Let's just have a different point of view. What if it's not? And in my opinion, I think that's what if is what I think it is. And then this 2021, before this huge thing blew up, I feel like RC probably need more time. Maybe not now, maybe not this cycle. Maybe RC need more time in order to merge with other company, in order to acquisition, to do the acquisitions of the other companies, because at the end of the day, we all want to see a final MOAS type of squeeze, but we need more time. He hasn't really announced anything yet. Even Bed Bath Beyond hasn't come out from Chapter 11 yet. Nothing is really is there yet. But what I want to show this one as a final post is this is one of the posts I think I showed you before, how naked short sellers could how to battle against the naked short sellers. And when you look at the number 6, there's the merger and spin-off, and that's exactly what Bed Bath Beyond is going through. Bye Bye Baby is spun off from BBBY, and that's what I think PP posts something about that one. I think that was really good post. Where was it? Maybe maybe here. Oh, it's right here. So yeah, PP made a post here a couple days ago or something. So this is coming from Ryan Cohen, saying that Bed Bath Beyond has an asset in Bye Bye Baby that is trapped within the company's underperforming shares and worth more than whole enterprise. And GameStop didn't have that type of embedded structured opportunity when we invested. So which means that he understand that he loved Bye Bye Baby potential, and as somebody who started Chewy as an e-commerce business, and he made it successfully and sold his company. I think maybe he still owns shares, maybe, but he see things that what people don't see, right? He's he not only he's a multi-billionaire, but he's also a very smart individual running his own business and stuff, right? He's running businesses, big enterprises. So maybe he has a wide vision when he see a company. And then this Bed Bath Beyond was struggling because of the executives running badly, and those executives are kind of placed it by Wall Street people, who want the company to bankrupt, who want the company to be bad so that they can continue to short the company. And it was, I think, a part of the whole basket stock too, because 2021, when you look at the chart, it's very similar. And when you look at the short interest of comparison, this is from 2021, by the way, from Yahoo Finance. GameStop short percentage back then was over 200%, but when you look at Bed Bath Beyond, it's 82%. And by the way, this is a public filing. So when you think about this one, and AMC is next, right? But AMC blew up 1,000%. But Bed Bath Beyond at the time, I think went only like couple 100% or something, 200-300%. So the short sellers, they want this company to be bad. I mean, this company to be like collapse, and then let's say, yeah, bye bye baby, he spun off, and he, they reduced $5 billion liability and debt after restructuring this Chapter 11. Let's say if they come out, the short seller who illegally naked short the stocks, they have to cover the short positions, and they're gonna create a squeeze. So I think, yeah, that's his plan, and then nothing is really done yet, right? So we need more time, in my opinion, to see like 2021 type of a January squeeze, because I want to see Bed Bath Beyond comes out, and then GameStop maybe do a merger with a high short interest company such as Bed Bath Beyond, or something else, or maybe OTC stocks such as Toys R Us, something like that, and that will immediately force short seller to buy back the shares, or cover their short positions, things like that. So we haven't seen that yet, right? Something has to make a move, in my opinion, from either RC or GameStop. We haven't seen that action yet, so therefore I don't see we're gonna see another January type of squeeze in January 2025. It will be a little later, July, in my opinion. No financial advice. And there's another thing, get your investor on your side. RK is doing really good job on this one. He got, when he live stream, there's a shit tons of people coming watching this one. So yeah, that's number 2. Number 10, nuclear options. Yeah, like gamma squeeze. So people bet on a lot of calls, which is right now what's happening too. But yeah, this whole things are all here to squeeze that short, especially naked short sellers. So yeah, that's kind of pretty much it for today. There you go. GameStop is start to pushing it. I know there are a couple people who are interested in donating, for what I do, and then yeah, if you are interested in do some donation for me. If you are interested in it, I'll drop a link below, so feel free to do that if you guys want to do it. But if you don't want to do it, don't do it. Whatever you want to feel comfortable. So yeah, I'll probably wrap up soon now. So let's have a look just one more time, GameStop, before I end this one. See this one. Let's see. Okay, 1 second. It seems like they want to push this one today. What time is it? It's 2:30, right? Sorry, 2:50. Okay, so let's just have a look between these two. 1 second. So let's have a look in here. It seems like they want to push this thing today, but I don't know how much they're gonna push this one. Just gonna turn this one down. Okay, let's see in 30 minutes. Okay, so because we have a day off tomorrow, we have a holiday tomorrow. I don't know. It's possible they could maybe push down one more time. Just we are kind of going through this kind of maybe a bulk flag zone where they can kind of bounce around the stock price before they shoot this up. It's I know it's very tricky, but yeah, I think that's kind of where we are going through. It's hardly, I mean, it's already above now, what, $4 above max pain. This Friday I think it's $27 as I checked before. So where's the May here? So we're now going through, I think, here. So tomorrow is day off day. So when are we gonna see this one? So let's see, close up here. So I think we have only 1.5 hour left. Even though there's after hour, usually there's no volume, so it's not really moving. So I think maybe we could finish somewhere here. Maybe push more up until Friday Friday, November 29th, up to maybe 32 level or something like that. 32 bucks, 33, yeah, not before 33, maybe around 32 level. If we finish around that time, I think it perfectly makes sense to see a gap up on Monday. And then this thing can push up to 37 or 8 level, like create a gamma squeeze, and then push back down. I think this whole thing could happen on Monday, but like I said, it's it depending on their how fast they're gonna run this thing. Maybe it could pop, and then once they open the market, maybe they're gonna crash the price. So that's type of algo that I could see up here that could repeat on May 13, 9:45 a.m. and 10 a.m. So yeah, I think that's just one thing. But I personally don't know how much it'll go or how much come down. But we just have to, I think, watch out for the gap here. There might be a couple gap or one or two gap they could kind of leave, and then maybe they come down to fill that gap, or maybe they come down fill the gap later after maybe GameStop did either do a share offering or acquisition announcement, and then maybe fill up here, hit the bottom when they hit the bottom around 33 bucks or something, or it could hit even higher, maybe 35, who knows. But yeah, we just kind of have to watch out for the gap. We'll see. So yeah, that's pretty much it for today. Thanks for joining my U-Mergency. I know there are people there are a lot of people already watching. 28k, oh sorry, 2,800. That's crazy. So yeah, so today's my last day to take a day off from work, and I'll be going back work tomorrow. So I'll probably start, I'll probably do the next stream maybe tomorrow, maybe like at night, maybe evening, like 8 p.m. or 9 p.m. So yeah, just keep an eye on this one. I mean, tomorrow is already tomorrow is holiday, so I don't know if I need a TA too. Yeah, tomorrow I could take a break because yeah, it's a Thanksgiving. You guys have to take a break, and then meet families and stuff. So tomorrow I'll take day off, but I'll come back on Friday, and then give you guys some update. And let's see where this thing will ends, right? So let's see if GameStop will finish around here, and then even AMC is kind of probably doing similar thing up here. So if AMC could finish a little bit above $5, I think that's what I see here. So, and then create a gap after $5, maybe 5.2 level, and then we could start next week from there. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So hope this helps, and I'll see you guys on Friday, and have a good Thanksgiving, guys, and yeah, see you next time. Thank you.